Shire cameraman.
Huh?
Shire cameraman.
Hey friends, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about living abroad. I've lived in 2 countries so far outside of my home country. First one being South Korea, and now I'm in New Zealand. Just wanted to do a little commentary about what it feels like to live outside of your home country and the challenges and rewards that you face and get throughout the experience of being somewhere that's foreign and new. And I want to share that with you guys. So join me on this little video of recollecting good memories, talking about challenges and facing fears, and just all the good stuff that comes with being abroad.
I made this. I made it. That's me. He's walking away.
So you all know the movie Up. It's a story about an old man and an old woman who grow up from being kids together and grow up, fall in love, get married, and their whole life together from beginning to end. And the story of him finding love and adventure after her passing. And it's a very inspirational, very moving movie. The most famous quote from that movie is "Adventure is out there." I think that's very true, and I have found it through my love for traveling. Finding a home outside of my home is where the adventure is. That's where my heart is, and I do think that adventure is out there. I decided to take it into my own hands and go and search for it. Obviously, you can find it wherever you are, but why not do it in a different country, right? There's things that you can't really expect until you go and do it, right? Culture shocks, meeting new people, experiencing new food. You can travel and kind of just jump around, which is another way to experience life. But I also have found that going and living somewhere is a totally different experience than just traveling to a place. That's when you get in deep, you can find the inner corners of that place. You get to experience the culture, you get to experience the language, all of the norms, all the differences that are not back home. Living in South Korea and now New Zealand, both places are quite different from each other, and they have their differences from my home country, and that's why I loved it. Because even when it was hard, even when it was challenging, I was growing and experiencing so much that I couldn't just experience in one place back home. Things like learning the language in South Korea and taking classes and practicing every day and taking long hours to study, to working a cashier job in New Zealand. These are the adventures that we seek when we go outside of our comfort zone, our familiar home back home. I do understand that it's quite a privilege to be able to go live abroad, so I don't want to just say, go live your life and do everything you want, because a lot of us don't have the opportunities to go and do everything that we would like to do. I've been so fortunate in being able to work and save up money and be able to come live in different places through my own abilities. And I know that there are a lot of people who aren't able to even get outside of their own homes. And that's also why I like to share my experiences in a way to help people maybe see more. Maybe share it with someone and they can see it and aspire to do it as well and bring happiness to them. So I do want to acknowledge the privilege in being able to work hard, save up money, and be in a position to even go outside of my home country. So I'm very grateful for that because it's not only brought me new friends and new experiences, it's also allowed me to feel a lot of different emotions that I didn't know I could have. I didn't know I could fall in love with a different country and just dread leaving it. I didn't know I could experience different customs and love those more than the ones that are back in the US. And not that I love everything about every country I've ever been to, and not that I hate everything about my home country. There's a lot of back and forth of I love this and I love that, and kind of just picking and choosing the things that we enjoy about any place that we go. But being outside of where I was born and grew up and seeing the things that I've seen and the people I've met, I've been able to broaden my perspective on life, on so many things. And I've definitely been that stereotypical American citizen who didn't know a lot about the outside world. So I appreciate the ability to meet people and for them to help me see more. And that also comes with being very curious about other cultures, which I think is such a cool thing. I love being curious about who I'm going to meet, what are their stories, and what have they lived through in this part of the world, and how has the other side of the world affected this part of the world? What have I benefited in my history, in my country, that has allowed me to do the things that I've done, and why is it that way? And it's helped me to practice humility, also help others that are near me that might not have the context to explore different perspectives in the world and say, hey, have you thought about this? This is what I've learned from my friend in Luxembourg or whatever. I think living abroad is not just about going to different places and seeing beautiful things, but it's also about opening up your own mindset and opening up your perspective on what this world is really about. It's not just about having the best foods and going to all the best hotels, which it is, but it also is about opening up our mindsets and broadening our perspectives, because that's how we connect to other people, and that's how the world starts becoming more harmonious together, which has been such an amazing privilege to experience, even when there are hardships along the way.
That is a lot of dogs.
Sorry.
Oh no, it's great. I love it.
Okay.
I've come out to the Pa Homestead. It's the Art House Trust location in Auckland, just to get some fresh air in the morning and look at a gallery and kind of just see it. And it's very beautiful out here. It's got a huge, it's just a huge piece of land that is just kind of like conserving nature. And I believe it used to be a schoolhouse back in the day. It's getting very sunny in this spot. I'm just gonna sit here and read a little bit longer and kind of enjoy this space and be in nature, and I will see you a little bit later. Stay tuned. To be honest, I don't know what the sound quality is right now, but we have come out to Piha Beach on the west coast of Piha on the west coast of Auckland. And to close out the video, I want to make a few more comments on living abroad. When you live abroad, there's just a lot of goodness in it. Even though there's hardships, there's challenges, there's culture shocks. You might not know the language perfectly. You have to work. Overall, I think that the challenges that living abroad brings makes life better. And this is obviously all in my own experience. I'm sure everyone has a different way of thinking, and maybe people don't like living abroad and they like the familiarity of home. That's good too. I think that living abroad makes me appreciate my home country a little bit more, as well as just appreciate being human in this world. Living abroad is life-changing. For some people, it can be in a negative way, and for some other people, it can be in a positive way. For me, it's made my life all the better. I've met amazing people. I've had the best food. I've got to see some really amazing sights. Living abroad is awesome. Look at where you get to go. Get to come to a cool beach, get to hang out, eat a sandwich. It's wonderful. Go live abroad, everybody. That's my advice. Life is too short. It's too short. It's worth it no matter what age you're going. Like, I don't have a lot of money. I'm not rich or anything to go live outside. I mean, it is still a privilege, but I worked for a long time to save up money to come live out here, and I worked while I was here. So if you do get the opportunity to work hard to do this, if you want to, it's very possible. I know it can be scary. It can feel like you can't do it. It feels too big because the world feels too big. But you can. You're a capable human, and life is out there waiting for you to experience it. Go take a hold of it. Right? Right. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you later. I'm trying to finish this before Sangan comes home in 40 minutes exactly. And I have to stitch all of the sleeves on, both sleeves on, and then the front and back together. And then it's done. If I want to, at the end, do a hem, then I'll have to do that. I still want to try to finish this before he comes home to surprise him. Let's see if I can do it. If I sew this inside out and then reverse it. It's almost midnight. My brain is tired. I don't want to think anymore. I have like 15 dishes to sew this part and then sew this part. Wish me luck. I literally just finished it, and he should be home like any minute. I'm so excited. I still have to like fix all like the little doodad things. I think I will have to add a hem just to add length because I didn't go by any pattern. Alright, so he should be coming home soon, so I'm gonna film his reaction. He's coming. Oh, you can't even see him.
껍데기
I believe I could fly.
How do you like it?
I love it so much,
I
baby.
don't know why the sleeves are so big.
It's like an XX large.
Except for this part.